unspottable. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, I'm totally spotted on this trailer. Holy shit, that's black. What logbook? I gotta go spot something. Oh fuck, I broke it. Holy shit, that's heavy, but I got this. I hope Blaine didn't see that. Yeah, it's supposed to do that, it's doing a burn. Spotswell's my middle name. I got a permit. Matter of fact, I got two, it's so heavy. Do you have something that needs spot? Burr! We got some gale force winds here in Alberta, which is really sucking. We had a snowstorm last night, but it looks like it all blew to Calgary. Got the Super Sows here, back for a CVIT. Maybe we'll keep it around for a while and I can get some action out of it. We got the 24 low, and we got the Jeep loaded, 16-wheel Jeep. We're gonna go haul a service rig. Except for it's loading at 1 in the morning, so it's gonna be dark. I don't know what kind of footage I'm gonna be able to obtain, but we'll try to get something. And I'll definitely talk and keep everything posted as I go. South and Hinton, and then we gotta bring it back to the east, halfway to Edson and drop it off. So just unfortunate it's gotta be in the middle of the night. We're loading at 1, I do believe. 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. It is Monday, not that it matters anyways, because this isn't coming out tomorrow. So yeah, we got like crazy winds right now, and obviously all the dust has died down, but it feels like minus 30 with the wind. It was snowing pretty good last night, but the boss was nice enough to load up everything for me here while I was at home. He talked to me about this on like Thursday, I think. So it's kind of our first in with this oil company. Hopefully we can keep it going. I don't know if there's nobody wheeling rigs in Hinton and Edson. We obviously will take on the work. And not that there's anything special about hauling a service rig, I've done a couple. So we got to go up to Edson, we got to get the neck extension from that shop, we got to put it on where I'll unload the Jeep and put it all together, and we'll mosey on out, get turned around somewhere. We're loading at the Willow, so I think I'll go down the Willow, turn around, come back so we can load on the gravel somewhere just up the hill from the bridge, and then back out to Highway 16 and then east on 16 for about 40 kilometers, make a turn, drop it off, and then we'll just drop this trailer unit off at the Edson shop and bobtail home, which is great because the gale force winds are half of my drive will be headwind and the other half will be side wind. So it's gonna be slow going. I told them, I'm like, 450 horsepower pulling wheels, it's gonna be costly. So I just gotta make sure I only got 2 half-inch chains. I gotta grab 2 more and get some fuel and we'll get going. Maybe I'll find somewhere that maybe this wind, the blue sky is poking out. Like it was pretty grim this morning and last night. But actually the wind kept me up most of the night, so I'll be able to catch a nap at some point today before I gotta load. It's gonna be another one of those all-night events, so by the time I get home, I could pull over and go to sleep, but I'm just gonna go inside and touch base with dispatch. I think all my paperwork and permits will be at the Edson. I got a permit. Matter of fact, I got 2. It's so heavy. Shop, we gotta get going so we can get the extension on and get somewhere and have a nap. Stay tuned. was over. The wife's like, oh, I got a tan yesterday just before this windstorm came. So full. Had to get a couple chains just to make sure I have enough. I think I already said that, so we'll head her. Sweet 90 kilometers an hour on the flat. Where that visor is just flappity flap flap. Surprised they ain't break it off. It's been windy for like a week though. Lost my wide load mirror on the bottom there of the side. Seen it turn down and it went roll down the window and pop the door open to step out and grab it. As soon as I went to grab it, it fucking blew out. And I just watched it smash on the ground. So I'm like, a 2-lane, cars were behind me. I'm like, I'm not stopping, so. They were garbage anyway. They had an Allen key set screw on a round 2. Completely useless. I prefer the stainless steel square tubing inside the square tubing with a nice big set screw. Or even 2. Some of them had 2. I never had a problem with those ones, so I'm just gonna have to tell them to bite the bullet and buy those $1,000 ones. Going to be a slow drive. We'll just cut the footage short and we'll pick it back up when we get there. Unless if I see an empty van on its side or something. Maybe we got like 100 and some odd kilometer wind gusts right now. So yeah, it's just over half a tank. I don't even know if I'll be able to make it. Guess we'll find out.
Some people will use a symbolism of the relationship of God to the universe. God is, say, brilliant light, only somehow veiled, hiding underneath all these forms that you see as you look around. So far, so good. But the truth is funnier than that. It is that you are looking right at the brilliant light now, that the experience you are having, which you call ordinary everyday consciousness, pretending you're not it, that experience is exactly the same thing as it. There's no difference at all. In other words, when you really start to see things, and you go into the nature of what it is to see, what vision is, or what smell is, or what touch is, you realize that that vision is the brilliant light of the cosmos. Nothing could be brighter. 10,000 suns wouldn't be bright. They don't blow your eyes out. But it is actually, see, the source of all light is in the eye. You evoke light out of the universe.
We got the neck extension on. Pinning it was pretty easy. Stellar. Jeep. I'll unload that once I turn around on the Willow. No point pulling it all the way down. Well, normally I would, but it's already on, so I might as well leave it on. And we're just dealing with the hydraulic booster. So these, you always got to make sure you got lots. Over 2,500 kPa, depending on how far away the cylinders are from the roll, because they use a shit ton of air. So with your airbags deflated, actuate the hydraulic arms. Shim. Hopefully those aren't C's, because they can be a bugger. And then you just fill her up. Pushing against the roll. Usually one side will touch before the other side starts. In this situation, I only have the supply line turned on. We don't want any air in the bags or anything yet. I got it dumped at the trailer anyway, so no common air will be going through. As the push on the roll, squat the ass end down. It's pretty much down. Well, it's the first time I'm using this one, but it's pretty much kind of the same setup we had a road train. The bag is all folded. Hopefully that comes out. Still windy and cold. See, I already drained her down. This thing could use a couple more air. It's got 3 air tanks. I think that one, I think we had 4. We had 2 on each side on this right in here. Definitely helps. She's an air sucker. You can put it in a neutral and let the air build back up. Then continue on some more. So you can regulate the bags on this, which I think you could with that road train one too. It's just, we never did. We just always ran a common air. 2 shims empty, all the shims loaded. But the holes were kind of played out. This one pin's a little different. This is claw style, where our other one was like a pin right into the upright here. The pin would go through. This wasn't too bad to hook up. Hopefully it's good to go. If you just turn it all on, it would eventually just sort itself out. It sucks all your air out for quite a while. So it's always set the hydraulic arms before you put the air in the trailer or the booster, which is what I was always told. And that's, we had a whole chart in the lid of ours, was probably 4 times the size. This box was huge, and you open it and it had this huge instruction list of how to do it, or else serious injury could occur. Which is a little overkill, but whatever. So this is the 24 low. It's got override. You can dump left or right, which is kind of nice when you unload on a bit of a crooked hill or something. Real nice. Used that before on a road train one. I was like, man, I'm never gonna be able to unload here safely. And it was no problem at all. Oh, weathered. Better hold the service rig. Forgot that the Willow is 10 to 10. I was gonna go down there and get turned around and mosey in by the bridge right at the river the first like 2 kilometers, but I guess I can't do that because it's not 10 o'clock. So I'm on Obed Summit, the highest point of the Yellowhead, Highway 16. Nothing fancy. Just gonna try to get some sleepy eye. Have a nap ski for, I don't know, 5 hours, and then we'll skedaddle and go get this dealt with. Hopefully there'll be enough light to get some footage, but it might be pretty dark and dim, so we'll see what we can come up with, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Hopefully it doesn't snow either. Like, we got some blowing flurries. It's kind of crappy that way, but it's been kind of doing that all day, so the wind is cold, but the sun was shining. We'll see you guys in a couple hours. Morning, and it is morning. They changed the time from 1 to 3. Lucky me, I know, right? Oil field work. So I just woke up. Just gonna go double check the booster and make sure everything's looking good back there, because I dumped the air. I was sucking up air last night. or was eating air. It's got a problem somewhere, but it'll get the job done. And yeah, so I'm just gonna do a check that. We'll go down, we'll unload the Jeep, get turned around. You're in luck. It is a full moon and it is cleared off, so that means it'll be kind of light out. I'm hoping I can turn around just right where the log trucks cut up to the mill, which is like the first 400, 500 meters in on the Willow, instead of having to go across the bridge, because across the bridge they got K-rails in there. Looking on the satellite imagery, I don't really pay attention to it. There's lots of places to turn around. You just got to go down there a little ways, and it's dark, so let's go. go, not too bad. Hopefully that turns out half-ass. The old girl pulled pretty good, actually, not bad. I was expecting it to be way slower, but was only really bad on the steep hills where you couldn't get any run. Once you got her sailing, sails stayed full and it wasn't too bad at all. So blew a line on the booster as soon as we loaded and went to leave. Boom. Oh boy. So I was able to just leave the booster in neutral position for the hydraulics and then switch to regulated air and then just dial up. Who knows if I had enough weight on the booster or not. It's just a gray area. You wouldn't know unless you went over a scale to see where you need to have it at. It's kind of just one of those things, like I'm just guessing on where the airbags are sitting in the pedestal, which at first it was too much anyways. So kind of a bugger when you run common air. You got to make sure you get the right amount of shims or your booster will just be right up to the end of the shocks and then you wreck the shocks. So just dialed it down with the regulated air, got the job done. It was kind of gay that we had to go in that much on the road. We should have just unloaded them right on the highway, but there was a pipeline crossing right away right there that had a huge approach, so I could back in there and kind of get my ass turned around and then get out of there. So we just dropped the trailer here at the Edson shop, grab my rigging, I'm gonna head her home. It is now that time, and got a couple hours of sleep, so it should be all right. We'll head her home because I think the frack guy wants a T-bed, but someone else is gonna have to run it because by the time I get there, I'm not gonna want to do it. I don't want to do it in the first place, but maybe the other guy can run the truck and get that done. So it's just knock down a couple tanks or something and haul some stuff back. I'm sure it'll fill up the rest of my week, and we'll see. We're gonna try to do it on what's today? Today is Tuesday already now, so yeah, it was supposed to be for Wednesday, so we'll see. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.